What's up, WAWF? Today we're back again. We're at the beach this time though. I got my toes out, I'm feeling good. We're here with artist, creator, director, philanthropist, skater, dancer, and much more, Laranuggets.
Hey guys.
Clap it. Clap it up. Yeah, cheer it on. All right, why Nuggets though?
One time, okay, well, my best friend has this ex, and he was like, you know what, you should change your name to Laranuggets, your Instagram to Laranuggets, and I was like, okay, and I did it. But I honestly think it's more about like weed nuggets. Like, I enjoy weed.
It's a bar.
I just kind of I honestly had a period of time where I was like, I'll take this back. Where I was like, a hot second, I was like, should I change my handle? Like, I have to decide now because people are starting to call me Laranuggets. Like, I have people thinking that that's my last name, which I wish it was, but it's not.
Your contact in my phone is Laranuggets.
It should stay that way. And I think I will be Laranuggets for the rest of my life, and I don't know if that is a good thing. Let's just, yeah, that is a good thing.
What would you say, because we know what, I just said all the art that you do. We just said all the different things that you do, but what would you say is your most prominent artistic and or non-artistic hobby? Like, what is your day-to-day favorite thing to just do?
I have to karaoke every day. I have to karaoke and dance probably for at least an hour every day. But if we're talking like what I do professionally and like for the hustle, or, you know, I do photography and styling. That's my main gig. But I'm also a student right now. I'm about to graduate 2 months, my last semester. So I am gonna flex that. But I'm a fine artist, so I go to school 3 days out of the week. But I'm working pretty much every day. I love music. Me and my best friends make music, and we're always thinking about just like creative shit that we can do to fulfill ourselves. Like, it's honestly, I don't limit myself to like one thing or one medium. That's what's fun about being my major is sculpture new genres. That's what's fun about being a sculpture new genre major, is that you can literally do whatever the fuck you want.
Wait, what's your major?
Sculpture new genre. So it's like mixed media, interdisciplinary studies, just like contemporary art talk for, I can't decide.
Wow.
I can't decide what to do, so I'm gonna do it all.
Going back to what you just said before, with like how you and your friends like to get together and you guys just like to like make these shoots happen, is that how this kind of like started out for you? Like, really your like photography passion and stuff?
Yeah, I think so. I've like I've had cameras since I was like probably like 11 or 12, like sixth, 7th grade, and me and my friends would just do stupid little fucking, excuse my language, stupid little shoots around my backyard and neighborhood, and then it just started to get a little more serious, and then everybody would ask me to take their photos for them for their Instagrams, and then I was like, you know what? Why don't I start doing this more? And I think that if you like music and fashion and art, like, you kind of see like inspiration everywhere, and you need to like, as an artist, it's important for me to have access to those photos and that inspiration. So it started off also as just taking photos of my life and the people that I love and the things around me that spark joy. Absolutely. And I'm blessed to be able to make that my life and my career. That's
Absolutely.
awesome.
I totally agree. And I feel like, do you think, because you're from California, correct? What part of California?
I grew up in OC, baby.
OC.
Yeah.
Do you think, because I was mostly on the East Coast majority of my life, I'm in California now, but from an East Coaster, it's always like, wow, it's so pretty here, like, why wouldn't you be a photographer? Do you think that kind of added to it, or do you think you just kind of already had it, like, wanted to be a photographer?
I think I just want to be everything.
That's awesome.
And I think that this proved to be like, unfortunately, we have to make money. You know, in life, we have to make money to be able to enjoy ourselves and to be able to eat and sleep in a bed and a home. So like that, unfortunately, is something that I'm always thinking about. But like, I don't want to ever compromise the enthusiasm and the passion that I have for life and just like to create for the sake of making money. So the fact that I am able to make money doing the things that I enjoy, that's like a big plus. And I think that photography is a great way to do that. There's no shortage of need for photographers. There's so many creatives and so many brands and companies that need photos taken for them. And I'm lucky that people like the photos that I take and the shit that I come up with. So it's awesome.
Can you recall like a specific moment, like earlier in your anything artist career, whether it's photography, sculpting, anything that you do, where like people really liked your work and like you could feel the love back, but like one of the early times?
Yeah. I was like in my community college before I transferred to the school that I'm going to now, which I go to Otis. And I went to Saddleback Community College in Mission Viejo for a community college. And I was in like a lot of, I guess just a little backstory really quick. I didn't like allow myself really to pursue art full time and like full force until I was in community college my first year. So probably around 19 is when I started to pursue this shit for real. Before that, it was always like, oh, academics, you know, business, psychology, some shit like that. Make money, that's where the bread's at. But then I like kind of was like, nah, I don't like this shit. Math sucks. Like, I already know too much about myself. I don't need to know about other people like that, like their problems. And then scratch that. I do care about people's problems. But anyway, I was like, I'm just gonna spend my life doing the things that I spend my life doing outside of like school. I was just burning myself out trying to do both. So I'm like, I'm gonna do art full time. And I was in this class, it was called Alternative Digital Processes with Ryan Evan at Saddleback, my favorite class I've ever taken. And we did like, it was more about the processing and printing of the photos than it was about the actual photos itself. But that class is what really got me to think about like all facets of a photo and all facets of like a work. Like, you know, what goes into like staging it, lighting it, taking the photo, and then what it's going to look like in post, like in post print, what processes I want to use. Like, I learned how to make books by hand, which I still do to this day. I learned about cyanotyping and stereoscoping and making, like, printing onto canvas and stretching canvas. That's actually how I learned how to stretch canvas, was in a photo class, not even in my painting class. So like,
That's how that goes.
It's just sick because it like, you have a skill and you can do it, and sometimes it becomes so like clockwork, like you're doing the same thing over and over again. But if you can find ways to think about it differently and execute it differently, like that's where the money's at, like, for lack of better words. You can just constantly be making new shit and never feel uninspired, and then you can go back to the shit you were doing before, because if you're constantly doing new shit, then there's always more time to be spent on the old shit. So it's just like, it wasn't like a specific moment, but that period of my life really like I got the best feedback on what I was doing, and like both conceptual and also like finished product.
Awesome.
If that answers.
No, that's a great answer. So, and that made you want to pursue full time?
Yeah, my time at Saddleback definitely was like, photography is the shit. Like, it's super sick.
Dope.
It's super accessible, and sometimes that's scary because it's like there are so many dope photographers. Like, a lot of my friends are photographers. Honestly, anybody with a camera and a good idea can be a photographer.
Absolutely.
But
the
real challenge, we do. And the real challenge is setting yourself apart in the midst of all that.
Setting yourself apart from the crowd, I feel like you do in such a nonchalant way, though.
That's
like,
my favorite word right now.
You're like mad nonchalant though with your style, and it's like your esque. You can see it in your photography work. You can see it in all of your work for the most part. But like specifically talking about, I guess, photography, where would you say this kind of comes from for you? Your style.
I think my style is that I don't necessarily have a style. Like, I think that if you can if you can think about, like, I don't know, I just find inspiration like everywhere, and I like want to be so many versions of myself and so many characters and so many like things. I involve myself in so many subcultures that it's like impossible to just subscribe to one and have that be my persona or my look or like the defining thing about me. Like I can be all of those things and like have all of those things be present in me and what I do. So like not like, I think a lot of people will advise you to like find your thing and stick with it and get good at it and make your money doing that. But like where I found success is that like I can do whatever the fuck I want and I can do it well because I have technical skills, I have foundational skills. I spent longer than most of my peers did in school, so I've like been really refining my like
you're sharpening the knife.
I'm just refining my skills and getting better at the technical aspects of things. So like I do gaffing still to this day. If people need help with lighting, they'll hit me up. I do creative direction. I do styling. So like I'll never. Oh my god! Hi.
What's up, buddy?
Oh my gosh! Hi.
Buddy.
Hi.
You want to get an interview?
That was amazing. But yeah, so I like don't limit myself to anything, and that is like present in my ideas. I also don't have any shame, and I don't feel embarrassment. I don't care if people like what I do or don't like what I do, as long as I like what I'm doing. That's all that counts. Like that's all that matters to me right now.
Absolutely.
I'm also sorry like that I'm like very fortunate to be living where I'm at, to have the friends that I have, to have the opportunities that I have. So I don't ever want to sound ungrateful or sound like I don't I've worked hard for my shit, and if I am able to be able to if I'm able to do whatever the fuck I want, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna do it right, and you guys can too. The past 2 years of my life have moved so fast and been so crazy because of the people I surround myself with. I have amazing friends. Like I will say that I have fucking amazing friends. And I'm an amazing friend. That's why I have amazing friends. We're really supportive of each other. We never feel like we're in competition with each other, or we share our opportunities, and it's cool. Like in a place like LA where that's kind of not the vibe and not the case, and everybody's like, bro, we spend money on the stupidest shit, so it's really easy to make money. Like it is easy to make money. Like
Absolutely.
you just have to be honest and like about your intentions, and also be honest with the people around you, and like, you know, if you have a good support system, you really can't fail. And I think that's like, I owe a lot to my friends and my family and the people who believe in me and who are a part of my success, because I really wouldn't be where I'm at right now doing what I'm doing, even though I know I have so much more to do and so much more way to go. Like I'm nothing without my team, without my people.
Great response, great answer. So, new subject, complete subject switch. Your tattoos.
I love talking about my
You
tattoos.
can't miss them. What first question? I guess the first question I should ask is how many? Do you know how many you have?
Asking me that question is futile because we'll be sitting here all day. I don't know. I have been to over 100 tattoo sessions.
Okay.
So I have over 100 tattoos, not including like the ones I've done on myself. So yeah.
Okay, then let's do your favorite. Top three. Top three.
My favorite, gotta shout out my boy T-Pain. I love T-Pain, so I have this little guy right
T-Pain
here.
right there.
We'll insert a photo
Of
as
course,
well,
yeah.
like a better photo. You know, I don't pick my tattoos a lot of the times. There's very few, like there's probably like only like 6 or 7 on my body that I've chosen.
Wow.
I kind of go to the art, like it's like buying a painting. You're gonna buy a painting because you like the art, not. I mean, that's whatever. That's a whole other thing. You can commission paintings too, but most of the times, if you go to art shows and galleries, you're buying a painting because you like the painting and because you like the artist. You're not gonna go there and go through a whole show and go to the artist and be like, okay, I like what you're doing. Now do this for me. At least that's how I feel about it. So I found my artist 6 years ago, David. Love David, and David Nth.
You guys just go crazy.
Yeah, and well, I met him 6 years ago, and at the time I had no clue who the fuck I was or what I was doing. I still don't. And I didn't know how to make that decision. So I was like, look, do whatever you want. I had shaved head at the time. I had a mullet, so my head was shaved. And he was like, we should tattoo your head.
What?
So,
you have a tattoo on your head?
yeah, I'll find a picture and we'll insert it here. But
Ladies and gentlemen.
First tattoo I ever got from him was on my head, and it was crazy, and I was just like, that was kind of sick. Like, I feel like he picked a great tattoo for me, and he picked a great placement, so I'm gonna just keep trusting him. And I always did like the idea of having like an artist that you're loyal to and dedicated to, so like I just kind of started going back to him, and here we are 6 years later. I don't only have tattoos from him though. Shout out Tanner, Clark fucking sucks, Victor, bad luck _ 777, Olivia, kissing my demons, and so many more. I'll make you put a little list in.
Oh,
Shout out all my
we're gonna
homies.
drop the whole list. If it's a credit scene, we'll do that.
Yes. Really quick though, other two favorites. My Freak tattoo is just like a classic. It's like Freak and the Tap Out logo, and then I don't know. Right now, maybe my horse tattoo, because it's the year of the horse. I love horses. It's just always changing. Ask me again in like 3 days and I'll give you a different answer.
Absolutely. You have a gun on your foot.
I do have a gun on my foot. I'll whip her out. It's like not a real gun either. Like David just kind of concocted it, and it's sick though.
That's dope. Tell me more about your styling work. I knew you did like your creative directing and that you do like the photography, but like when it comes to styling, how are you feeling?
I love fashion. I love playing dress up. Like I karaoke every day, and I probably spend an hour or two in my closet just throwing together fits, just throwing absolute tantrums, guys. Like it's diabolical, the fits that I throw. And honestly, what's even more diabolical is the fact that 90% of them don't make it out the house.
Ooh.
I be fucking putting together some fly shit and then leaving in sweatpants, and it's okay because I still look trim in the sweatpants. Like I don't know, but I was like. In school, first year here, like transferring, living on my own, I'm like, okay, I didn't make money. I still have a lot on my plate, but I didn't make money here and there. And people would be like, oh, you have cool clothes, you have cool style, do you style? And I would just be like, yeah, I do. I do that, even though I didn't do that. And
so that's what got you into it?
Yeah, that's what kind of got me into it. Just people like wanting to borrow my shit and have me on set to like make sure the garment looks nice and like looks good in the photos. But I kind of hated styling because I was always like also posing the models and helping them set up shots and like just kind of like I should be behind the camera. I could also make sure the clothes look good, but I should be the one behind the camera. So that like also pushed me further into the direction of like pursuing photography more as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was from styling to photography.
Yeah, at least like professionally. Like I started taking photos before I started like. I guess you're styling when you're young. Like you never really start. Like where's the starting point? When you put together your first fit, boom, you're a stylist. We came up with something today where it was like, valet is like a creative director of parking. Like everybody's everything. If you just say it like fancy enough or eloquently enough, then you could be fucking. I don't know. Yeah, you could just be parking cars and make people believe that you're like the fucking shit.
You're an artist.
And you are the shit. Who cares? Whatever you do, you're the shit.
Just be passionate about it. Absolutely.
I'm Tony Robbins, actually. That's honestly, at the end of the day, guys, I don't care about if I was the best photographer or if I was the best at whatever. I just hope that the things that I do or the things that I say or my presence at the very least is a positive influence or impact on the people around me. Like more so than anything, I hope that even if you don't fuck with my photos, you at least fuck with me and you took something good away from knowing me and I took something good away from knowing you. You know?
You shoot with some cool brands too. Like looking down your page, of course I've seen are they called your shoots are always dope with them.
Thank you. I think that adaptability is a really important trait to like have if you're trying to be a creative in a city like LA or New York, and it's honestly anywhere. Adaptability to like the companies and the people that you're working with into their identity. It's good to have your own style and be able to like have that be present in your photos, which I think I still do, but I always like to think of narratives or stories or concepts that will fit their identity and what they put out. I never want to like take, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a comparison. Like I wouldn't, maybe I would though, that would be kind of hard. Like I wouldn't shoot a McDonald's out in the Getty, but that would honestly be kind of sick. You know, like Or like, what's even crazier, like the Louvre or the Vatican, you know? But you know, that's the kind of shit you have to do. Like, honestly, I'm gonna fucking keep that in the think tank.
Yeah, nobody steal that. I was kind of.
If you do steal it, it's fine. I'll probably do it better. But we have proof that I came up with it first. So.
Facts. That's all you need these days, because they'll still try to do it right after you do it. It's like, it doesn't matter if you didn't do it better. Who did it the best?
Yeah, for real. Appropriation art, dude. It's a whole thing, and people make mad money off of it. Like, I keep playing with my tongue ring. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna look like a fucking tweaker. I just got my tongue pierced like a month and a half ago, and I was like, listen to this. It's my favorite thing to do. That's probably really loud. Okay, I just got it out my system.
So, whenever you shoot with Almighty, that's not fully your vision, just going into it.
No, it is. I come up with like a treatment, like a concept, and then I cast all my own shoots. I think it's really important to like for casting as well. Casting people who are comfortable with each other and also like look good together. I think I like to cast people too that don't match each other at all, because sometimes those are the best ones too.
Yep.
Like,
absolutely.
But there's also instances in which you're hired and you give them an idea and they don't want to roll with it, or they want you to just do whatever the fuck you want. So it's like adaptability. Just be able to perform in any of those circumstances.
100%.
Yeah.
And do you think you have always been like adaptable like that, or did you have to like become adaptable? Was it like trial and error, or did you just get thrown in and it was like, oh, I'm good at this?
You know, like when you're a kid, you don't have like any frame of reference for literally anything, so you just try shit with no fear and no like restraint.
Yeah.
Because you don't know like the potential consequences.
Yeah.
Like, or whatever. Yeah. Like, I just try to live my life like that. And there was a brief period, you know, everybody goes through that insecure teenage shit, and like honestly that shit lasts into adulthood. But I learned very quickly that it's better to just live your life with that childlike wonder and that belief that you do anything until you're proven that you can't. And also when you're proven that, or when you are faced with the consequences, you've already faced the worst possible outcome, or like, you know what, like what's the worst that can happen? Like when I'm skating, if I'm trying a new trick, I like to fall a few times so I know that it's not that painful, or I know how to fall, and like I just adjust.
Insert Lara skate clip real quick. Real quick.
Just insert shit clip, not even like me doing anything steezy, just me like eating shit. Back in my day, I've probably landed like 3 backside flips unintentionally. My body just moved weird. Like a couple big spins. Everybody told me fakie was easier. I don't think so. I like to do like the weird like floor tricks in transition though. So like I'm not like that big. I like skating street, but I'm not like big on flip tricks or like ledges.
Understandable.
Yeah. I still have a little bit of fear, guys. I need my wrists and my hands and my legs to work for work. So
I like to do this question that we usually do for all of the interviews. I'm going to need you to answer in 3 to 5 words, though.
Okay. That's hard for me.
It's a simple question, but, you know, it can be as deep as you'd like. How does doing what you do, all the things that you do, make you feel? How do doing the things you do make you feel? 3 to 5 words.
I guess I just need 1.5. Fan-fucking-tastic. I feel great.
That's a banger answer. I've never had somebody hyphen the one word to be. That was kind of dope. Okay.
Had to eat up really quick. That was so bad. You're gonna have to cut that out.
All right. 2 more questions. Sorry, do you guys ever do that, like turn British?
All the time.
Random.
There was actually like 3 months in my life where this is like COVID, like peak COVID, where me and my best friend could not stop talking in Southern draws. Like we would literally just slip into it mid-sentence. Our families were getting annoyed with us. Like it was really bad.
Okay, what's your favorite meme that like you can't stop saying that annoys people when you say it? Like your favorite like You were just saying one that I think is your favorite. That you kind of just yeah.
I was thinking about that too. Okay, that's my favorite recent one.
Like 6'7". Some people like
No.
that. Some people like.
No, but whenever I catch somebody say it, I will do the emo, and it makes me want to. But
That
whatever.
one's like a shameful.
I'm a human, you know. I'm still. I like to be a leader, but sometimes I'm still a little bit of a sheep. One that I like literally just say all the time is like, if I'm trying to get somebody to do something, or like, just be like, yeah, dude. I mean, never peer pressure, okay? But if I'm trying to just like encourage them, I'll be like, just 1 point, just 1 point, and it's.
What is that from?
It's Casey Frey. It's an old Casey Frey video.
Oh my gosh, am I out of the loop?
And he's like, Becky, it's your it's your birthday. Like, he's just like trying a giant spoonful of probably flour or fucking sugar or some shit, but he's just like, don't do drugs, guys.
Okay,
don't do drugs.
We're gonna insert that.
But it's just funny because he's just, yeah, you know. But honorable mention is beefing with my chick while I'm in jail. That's what we were talking about. So.
Shout out Kevin Gates.
Shout out Gavyn. Also, Offshoot. He ain't got a single song where he need to be doing all that.
Yeah, that jump. You don't gotta be doing all that.
Yeah.
What goes into being an artist like yourself these days? Like on your day to day, what goes into it?
I think it looks so different for everybody, but for me personally, I have to stretch every day, wash my face, eat a hearty meal, karaoke, and because I'm in school right now, I spend a good amount of time. Like, I spend around 8 hours 2 days out of the week, and then like 4 hours the other day out of the week there, and then I'll be in and out. And I guess that's like my studio practice. So it'll be like spend time in the studio and then come back and have a lot of fucking fun.
Hey.
It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. For real, bro, just literally get a cheap. I got it on Amazon. It was like $50. I know it's like a one-time investment, but it works. My microphones are shot to shit. I will send you a picture and you can influence it, but they still work. I karaoke every day and it brings me so much serotonin. Like,
yeah, what's your favorite karaoke song? Or like, what? There's got to be a go-to if you're karaoke.
I've always said that if I go to like a bar, not like a karaoke room, but like a bar or a karaoke bar,
yeah,
I'm gonna do "Fuck You" by CeeLo Green. I can kill that shit every time.
I'm gonna add one more question because I did have this question before we came. One more. If it's a story, then we're all good. We're here for the stories. That's kind of what I'm looking for with this question. Is there any times where you've been doing like a shoot or working on a project where like things just went like terrible, like things just started going wrong, but it came out way better than you expected?
Honestly, I don't know if this is true for everybody else, but I feel like it is. When you're in the moment, everything feels like it's going wrong all the time. You prepare for it and you could be so fucking prepared for it. You could spend a year preparing for something and get to the actual day of it, and literally there's like 50 things that you didn't plan for. So it's just like, trust yourself and trust that what's gonna happen is gonna happen. And honestly, I feel like even when you're in it too, and if things are going perfect, your ideas change while you're doing it. So that's like comes back to adaptability. Just be ready and be confident that you can handle any situation, even if it's not the one you prepared for. But I guess a specific time, my first time where I was really like, okay, I'm gonna like try and see if I can execute every facet of a shoot, which you can't. That's why I rely on my team so much, my people. Even if I can be checking in on everything, it's really important to have people there who can help you make sure the shit gets done. But I wanted to style, creative direct, and shoot a photo. I spent money on a studio space. I had 9 models, which were all my like really great friends who took time to come, be there and be present and do it for free. And I realized styling 9 girls and shooting all those photos and getting all the sequences that I wanted in the time that I paid for was not possible. I tried to add time, but somebody booked the studio right after me, and it was just a lot of stress. But I had people that helped me. I had decided in the moment styling and creative directing were more important to me because I just didn't want to take the time to figure out lighting, so I had my photographer friend pull up and help me with the shots. And it was one of the sickest shoots that I've done, I feel like, just because I had an idea and I really rolled with it, and it was my own, and it wasn't like And it honestly isn't even one of my craziest shoots that I've done, but it was cool. I was thinking it was like the boxing ring with.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
That one was cool.
And I feel like I've improved so much since then, but like I was just very happy that I like.
Just fully your idea that you get to like put together.
Yeah.
Like you went for it.
And honestly, without getting too much into it, because I don't like care about this shit anymore, but like when I was working at that time, I was getting a lot of jobs with the promise of at least getting credit for my work, maybe not payment but credit, or like some sort of like compensation, like whether it's like pieces to add to my inventory or like I don't know, just like referrals for other shit. I was promised shit that I never got. My name wasn't attached to any of the work that I did, and I was just like, I reached my breaking point where I was like, I'm gonna just stop helping other people expand their brand and make their shit look fire, and I'm just gonna take a few months to like invest in myself and in my own ideas and let them be mine for my benefit, and look at where I'm at.
Hey.
There's a fine balance. You gotta make your money, but don't let people make you their bitch.
Absolutely.
Don't.
Because you can attract such better opportunities as being yourself and like vibing on your own wave and just doing your own thing. You have more fun that way.
You can have a portfolio and not have it be like 50 impressive brands, but you can have 50 really fucking sick shoots and 50 really fucking sick projects. Just list out every fucking thing you did. If you post them, say it. Say motion director, movement director. If you fucking casted, then say casting director, gaffer. Say every fucking thing that you did so they know what you can do and see how impressive you are. It doesn't matter if fucking Gucci hires you or fucking Target hires you. If the campaign is better for Target, you're gonna get more jobs.
They're gonna be like, dang, who's that photographer for Target though? What would you say is next for Laranuggets?
Guys, I am going to be dropping music this year.
Oh,
Shout out Luke, shout out Sam. Me and my working name right now is Trifecta. We don't know though. It's in the works. But we're gonna be coming out with music, and it's probably gonna be the best things that you've ever. Okay, I'm not gonna. It might be the best thing you've ever heard in your life. It probably could be.
Will it be out by the time this drops potentially?
See, I'm so like ADHD that I could just decide tomorrow that I'm gonna drop the song, but I feel like I need to do a rollout because it's just like the song we made is just so fire, guys, and the music video that I have in mind.
Okay, so you guys might be hearing it right now. You might be listening to it right now, and we haven't even heard it in this moment.
But music this year, more sick ass photos, more styling, more everything, more life, more power, more energy, more passion. Yeah.
And thank you so much for being a part.
Thank you thank you for interviewing me. I kind of feel like the shit right now.
You should.
Yeah.
You should, as you should. And you guys should go tune into the shit going on at Laranuggets page and work and just all the cool places that she's in, because she's in like everywhere, like we just said. So yeah, we'll catch you guys at the next location. I said I was going to be at the beach, so I'm not going to say where I'm going to be next time.
I'm going to tell you the next location. Let me give you the next location. You got to go to Joshua Tree.
Ooh, I would love to go there. I've heard a lot of.
You got to just run a day trip out there, start in the daytime, and shoot into the nighttime. If you can get a sick shot, like imagine it, like it looks like high beams, and it's just like, Joshua Tree, next location, maybe.
All right, you guys heard it here first. Joshua Tree, I'll see you guys there. This has been another What Are We Feeling episode with Gavyn. Lara was here. She won't be here next time. I don't think so, but you guys can watch this one again.
Maybe I'll make a sneak appearance.
Maybe
I'll be like one of the pedestrians passing by.
That would be kind of sick. So we'll see. We're giving way too many hints. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.